the Detroit Lions are simply just not talented enough to make the playoffs on a consistent basis. It is pretty self-evident. Now, when it comes to the Detroit Lions, yeah, sure, they do go after free agents. Obviously, Golden Tate and Marvin Jones were obviously free agents. And when you look at their secondary, obviously, Talvin Winslow was a free agent that they acquired. And they're definitely a chippy group of guys. I definitely like just to watch the Lions because they're not necessarily an amazing team, but they're definitely one of those teams that you look at and you definitely think to themselves, hey, they play hard out there. And that's why the Detroit Lions are kind of fun to watch. However, it's self-evident that they need more bodies and more talented bodies on the roster. They definitely need a second corner. And I definitely feel as if that maybe a second pass roll to Ezekiel Ansah would be nice. And also a running back a lot would be great. I mean, you could have a two-way running back. Definitely one of those running backs like Melvin Gordon, David Johnson, and Le'Veon Bell. And teams have them and all of that, and they should definitely explore looking for one in the draft maybe, or potentially finding a steal in free agency or whatnot. But when it comes to the running back situation, definitely need an upgrade. Their offensive line situation isn't great. They need an upgraded O-line and all that. And Matt Stafford, who I have a lot of faith in to be a successful NFL quarterback, he needs more talent around him, and he can definitely pull through at times. But when it comes to at the end of the day, they definitely have a depletion in talent. Listen, they played close games all year round. When it came to the Atlanta Falcons, they were literally 1 yard away from potentially saying that the game to overtime or winning it. I kind of forget the situation. And when it comes to this and all of that, hey, I mean, they were able to beat the Packers twice. Obviously, they did not have Aaron Rodgers, but hey, you at least beat the Packers twice. So that's at least a hump to come over. And overall, I just think that Detroit Lions, it's not a bad team right now. And Jim Caldwell, I know he got fired. I know he doesn't have a bad record as a coach, but you kind of had to move on from him. He's just not great head coach. I mean, he just doesn't make any play calls on there. And I don't really look at the coordinators of the Detroit Lions as super special. And in the future, I mean, they might. I know they're looking for a new head coach and whatnot, but I just feel as if that the Detroit Lions, they need more talent on the roster and they just need better coaching. And obviously, having Matthew Stafford there definitely elevates them to that 8-win team, to that 9-win team that they were this year. And Matthew Stafford can definitely carry a team this way, and I definitely think this team can win a playoff game soon. However, they need to get the right coach, and they need to explore getting more talent at the cornerback position, just adding more depth at certain spots. O-line, wide receiver, cornerback, and you name it. And you're talking about a Detroit team that could potentially win 10, 11 games next year and potentially win a playoff game.